I fear that in the future when I have kids that they won't know the type of person I am because I won't be able to tell them stories about my past. I'm afraid that even if I raise my own child, that I won't remember those little things about them. So it's not necessarily that I have a bad memory or that I have a disease like Alzheimer's, because I can function properly in normal daily life. But there are just some little things here and there that make me think that there's something wrong with me. Like maybe something happened in my life that's making me repress all my memories, or that my brain just thinks things aren't worth retaining. So I started noticing things in college. In a previous video I mentioned that I always told my boyfriend at the time that I only had bad memories and none of the good. And I was with him for 7.5 years. It wasn't all bad times, I just couldn't remember the times of love and laughter. I know our brains naturally want us to remember bad things so that we don't repeat them. For example, if we touch a hot pot on the stove and it burns us, our brain's gonna let us know never to touch the hot pot ever again. And so keeping those painful memories are a way of warning us. But then I think about the times like my aunt and my uncle's funeral. I have cousins that are way older than me, like 6 to 10 plus years older than me, and they were giving speeches and they were recalling fond memories of their childhood with my aunt and uncle. And I was sitting there upset because I couldn't recall anything. The only thing I can remember about my uncle was that he always talked about Pac Bell because that's where he used to work. And then for my aunt, the only thing I remembered was there was one Chinese New Year where she forgot to pack a red packet, so I got an empty one. You know how most people relate things to age, like they learned how to ride a bike when they're 5 or they learned how to swim when they're 7. Well, I can't remember anything related to my age. I don't remember when I learned how to ride a bike or when I learned how to swim. But I can remember certain things related to grade level, but that's only between kindergarten and 6th grade. After 6th grade, I can't even remember any of my teachers' names. And that's kind of weird because why would I remember the oldest teachers' names but not my most recent ones like my college professors? I had a manager that went to the same college as me and graduated in the same major, and he asked me, oh, did you take this class with this professor? And I honestly didn't know. I couldn't remember anything. I also know that during college I'd only retain information long enough for the midterm or the final. Once I moved on to the next quarter, everything was gone. And I assume that's because it's not information I use day to day. Like for example, now when I switch jobs, every time I have to learn something new or learn new skills, I'm totally fine with that because I use those skills daily. Another interesting thing about my memory is like during high school, I used to be a fan of K-pop and anime music, and I used to learn songs in different languages. Well, I haven't heard those songs in years, but if it pops up on karaoke, I can sing them word for word. And like TV shows, for instance, I watch Friends all 10 seasons, maybe 10 times over. But if someone comes to ask me, oh, do you remember that episode when this happened? Or do you remember the episode where this person guest starred? I wouldn't remember anything. But there was a recent time when I was actually watching Friends, and I can quote every single thing that they're gonna say right before they say it. So I know it's in my memory somewhere, but it's just not there when I want to recall it. It's the same thing with movies. Like I watched Venom last month, but if you ask me right now what I liked about the movie or what happened in the movie, I wouldn't be able to tell you. And that's why it's so easy for me to rewatch movies or reread the same books over and over again, because it's almost like I'm reading it for the first time. I've asked my doctor about my memory before, but she basically said that if I live a healthy lifestyle and have less anxiety and stress, that my memory should improve. I also talked to my therapist about my memory because I thought it was something psychological that's keeping my mind locked up, but he basically said that there's no way of determining whether my memory is poor or deteriorating unless I compare myself to someone in a similar situation or similar experiences, or if I test my memory every single year to see if something is declining. And I don't think my memory is declining. I just think that it's kind of like pregnancy brain, right? So there was this one time that I was helping Mike sign up for something, and then he was telling me to put his email brain X frozen, and so I typed that in, and then I got to the name part and then I completely forgot his name. I thought his name started with a B, like Brian or something. My memory is also one of the main reasons why I want to make videos, along with the fact that I want to connect to people. I fear that in the future when I have kids that they won't know the type of person I am because I won't be able to tell them stories about my past. And I also think about some of the times where I hear my mom telling other people like, when I was younger I did this or I like that. I don't remember that stuff. I'm afraid that even if I raise my own child, that I won't remember those little things about them. And so I'm hoping to vlog them growing up, then maybe I can have something that I can rewatch and remember. To be honest, like I can't even remember the little things about my husband, like what's his favorite color, does he like spicy tuna? So yeah, that's me and my weird brain. Do any of you experience something similar? Or maybe you all have perfect recall? Let me know in the comments below, and thanks for watching.